Welcome back, everybody. The Grand Tactician, the Civil War. Grandpa Gaming is episode 27 of our Federal Viewer Unit only Summer 61 campaign using the a.o.m mod. First things first, we're going to anything else. This video, I am sad to say, is you should be seeing this late Monday, early Tuesday, as this video is delayed because I really screwed the pooch the first time around I recorded this video. Thankfully, I had the save files to go back and do it again. Basically, I played the game for several hours, cut the video, recorded it, and there was absolutely no sound whatsoever at all in the final edit. So I thought I screwed up something in the editing process, went back and watched all the separate clips I had done, and none of them had sound. So I had to come back and redo the entire thing. Otherwise, it would have been a silent video of me voice overing it, and that's just, yeah, no. That would have been horrible. So here we are going for it again. And also at the same time, this will be the last video for 2, possibly 3 weeks, as I am going on my summer vacation. So there might be 1 in 3 weeks. It just depends on when I get back, because I'm road tripping and just doing what I do, just driving around the country doing stuff. All right. So last episode, we had another skirmish around DC. Actually turned out to be kind of interesting, as the Army of Kanawha, under who the commander was, really almost outmaneuvered me. They did a lot of maneuvering that really surprised me, and it made that battle kind of interesting. I thought that was going to be the final kind of DC skirmish I was going to record, but after that showing, I'll record another one if it happens again. We also had the battle here at Harrodsburg, which is hopefully going to push Hardee's corps from the Army of Illinois out of Kentucky. But it looks like another corps has popped up back here behind us at Portsmouth. If you look here, there's no nodes here they control, so there is a corps here that we have to go hunting down. And I'm probably going to do that with the Army of Mississippi, as I really need the Army of Ohio to get its readiness all the way back up in the green and get pushed down into the top of the Shenandoah Valley down here at Salem and possibly over to Lynchburg, try and draw some of this pressure off of Washington, D.C. so that we can get the grunts on the move again. Looks like we have another combat coming up at Winchester, as Beauregard's corps was beelining up in that direction. So if we can fight a combat there, and sometime in August, the Engineer Corps would be finished with this fortification. I get them up around there and building a fortification here at the bottom of the valley and cut off these line of access to the rebels. Out here in the west, Army of Tennessee, which has fallen back on St. Louis, is getting its readiness back up. It's in the orange. It's going to be a while, so these rebel corps down here will be ready to fight probably around the same time as him. So hopefully we can get them pushed out of Missouri before the winter sets in. Looking kind of doubtful. And just southwest of there, the Independent Cavalry Corps is at Tahlequah and getting ready to push on fort at Gibson. Hopefully take that away from the rebels. Then we can slowly start working around our way through the forts in the Indian Territory. Plans right now is take down Fort Gibson and then try to take Fort Smith, Arkansas. There is enough fortification there, but we're not going to have the supply to take both forts. Right now we're good to siege this one down, hopefully. There are over 1,100 troops garrisoned there, so it might be a long siege, because we have less than 6,000 cavalry and artillery men in this force with 6 guns. So hopefully it's enough to take this down. It should be. Forts are kind of represent out here in the game in this time period. This is not what forts looked like at the time period. You know, they're showing these earthwork type fortifications out here. These are not what was there at the time period. Forts in this time period, a lot of them were just mud dauble buildings surrounded by wood fence, or log cabins surrounded by wood fence. They're not what we picture as a combat fort, really. They were there as outposts just to protect the men and horses from the elements and supplying cattle raids from the local Indians. And that's about all they were. And effective for what they did. They did the job they were intended to. They're not meant to withstand sieges by larger forces. Over here in the Chesapeake, the East Coast Squadron is ready to go again, so we're actually going to start moving them down here off of Fortress Monroe. There's only 3 frigates in this fleet right now, as the other 3 frigates are in repair in dry dock. So we're going to try and take down Fortress Monroe with the East Coast Squadron. I don't know if they're going to be able to do it or not with just the 3 ships, but we're going to attempt it. And the Chesapeake Squadron is still doing its patrol duties here in the Chesapeake, blockading the ports here. What I'm really hoping right now is opening up a new avenue of approach for us. If we could take down Fortress Monroe and the Norfolk garrison, that's going to open up Norfolk to us. And Eastern Virginia is going to be wide open for us. You have the Department of South Carolina down here who could retake those forts. But we are going to be doing a new division up here after the monthlies. And I was going to attach them to another organization. They may become a new coastal formation. If we could pull off what I want to pull off, they might become a new coastal formation. Kind of like the 9th Corps historically. All right, I think that covers everything for right now. We do not have anything for the historical record this episode. So, but just as a reminder, these videos are always chaptered, so you can jump around to whichever part you so choose. Right, it's now July 31st, and we have our next engagement here at Winchester. We do have a numbers advantage. We have the Army of the East with 19,448 infantry, 2,211 cavalry, 30 guns under command of Meade. Going against Beauregard's Corps, which consists of 16,485 infantry, 1,371 cavalry, and 64 guns. So the only advantage that they have is in artillery. But let's get in here and kick this boy out of the valley so we can keep our plans moving. Welcome, my grunts, to what I believe is the 4th Battle of Winchester. I never did go through and redo the battles list. I keep saying I have to do that, and I still haven't done it yet. Gotta stop being so lazy with that. All right, so we are defending back here by the Green Farm at the Martinsburg Pike along the Winchester and Potomac Railroad. The rebels are coming in from the south along the Front Royal Pike, using the main road coming down here and along this way here. So generally, I would go forward and try to defend out here on the open plains, but I'm going to let them approach us this time. So I do have our defense set up with the 7th Infantry Division, with the Whiskey Rebels, the Hoosier Hellions, and Norwegian Vikings on the left. I have Redbreast Celtic Division with the Blueburn Rifles, Scottish Guard, and Irish Legion straddling the road here. They should be approaching on, also blocking this road here. I have the 8th Infantry Division, which is only made up of the 1st Polish Legion at this point, set up in reserve. I got the 2 batteries of Ord's 4th Artillery Division up here in the heights behind the line. I just realized one of them's actually armed. The 1st New York Artillery Light is actually armed with 6-pounder field guns. I do need to change that to at least 12-pounders. They are light batteries, so they're not going to get the 10-pound or 20-pound Parrots. They are going to get probably 14-pounders. And I do have the 3rd Cavalry Division under Martindale with the Ross's Raiders and Brandenburg Dragoons blocking this road here in case they decide to come up along this route here. And if they don't, they just push everything down here. They can come out on the flank and attack. Should probably set them up more like this. And I do have the engineers here under Franklin to build breastworks along this line here for Redbreast's men, actually. Shift them closer to the road. These boys here. We only have 1.1 points of engineering, so I'm not going to use that to build anything. I'm going to build breastworks using the engineer brigade. We'll have plenty of time to get it done before they arrive. It's 14:30, so this fight should be done before the day is over. I could be wrong, but it should be. So I'll be back once we have contact with the rebels. All right, it's now 16:12 of day 1. We do a first sighting on rebel cavalry here, the Hanover Light Dragoons. And I can hear some infantry right back here marching through town, so they are closely supported. I do have skirmishers forward right now while we're building breastworks, which are only something you don't see me do, but I felt it was necessary. I thought they were going to make a beeline for my cavalry, as I thought they'd seen them, but apparently not. So they actually got here a bit faster than I expected them to. So I thought these breastworks would be complete. They're almost finished. There's 6 sections left. I just thought they'd be finished before we saw anybody. Now, there's more cavalry over there. Gooklin light beams. The Irish Legion's getting first blood for this fight. Where did Gooklins go? There they are, riding away now. They might be going out for the other flank. I'm also going to be using, as the engineers are up this way, we'll be using them to extend this line out a little bit more. You hear the infantry right there. Boys can't... Oh, you are firing. Just taking a long time to reload. Cut them down by almost half. There's a brigade of infantry. All right, let's bring your skirmishers in and get them rearmed. No, not the engineers. Guns aren't firing as often as I expect them to. I'm going to keep the skirmishers out long enough to get these breastworks built and the engineers moved off to the side. Looks like these guys have been stuck in a load sequence. They have been. We're going to limber them up. See if that doesn't fix it. Excuse me. And what we got here? Washington Artillery Company D and the 6th Virginia Cavalry. Go over to counter battery. Yeah, these guys are still ramming. See that? I think this battery's glitched. That's it. You can shoot at them while you're building your breastworks. Looks like they're shoving everybody up this way. You know what? Polish Legion, I was holding you in reserve. I want you boys up this way now. See up this cavalry before we move the engineers. Cavalry, I'm surprised to see them here. Because they got transferred around. I know they were in a different organization. I don't remember which one, but they were in a different organization. Maybe I should have built my defense line along these heights the way they're coming in. Purcell Artillery, Gowns Battery, Lanes Battery, 4th Virginia Cavalry, Coates Brigade. Oh, there's no way in hell these cavalry are kicking your guys' ass. Come on. Back. Yeah, this battle's glitched. See that? They just broke. And Franklin's wounded. Polish Legion, you on the move? There you are. Hang out there a little longer. Some more skirmishers. We'll get this line set up. Work those guns right up to the line. That's a lot of batteries. Holy shit, that's a lot. They did have 65 guns, but that's a lot of small batteries. It is Washington artillery, so. Let's go, Legion. Stop, short step, and get up here. Get you boys up on this height. like they're avoiding this approach altogether. Don't tell me the skirmisher's coming back and just screwed up this formation. I think it did.
Sarge, I'm scared. Sarge,
I think they're trying to get their artillery up on the heights to fire down on us. Yeah, the skirmisher's coming back and just screwed everything up. What are you boys doing? Do not get into battle line. They're not near you. Keep going. I don't have to put my guns on bombardment as long as I'm firing into here. They're hitting everybody back here. Yeah, it looks like they're shoving everybody up this way. Scotch Guard. May have you shifting here pretty soon. Yeah, we're going to do that now. Blue Run Bourbons, I want you back here in support of the Legion. Your division back here, not in the fight. Looks like you're getting set up to come across that open plain. Why he's got all this artillery shoved up here is kind of beyond me. I will end up seeing off my battery, so get moving, boys. These formations in real life, they do not take that long to pull off. Doing. Ross, come get that battery. And here they come across the field. Jones Brigade. They're not part of a division, they're all separate brigades. stay there and fire up Shavers Brigade. Run, it's time to get in line. Get out of there. Yeah, that was a bad idea. What the hell are you guys doing? Oh, don't glitch out right there, please. Ooh, they did not. Shit, what broke the poles? Ross, get the hell out here and get those guns. These skirmishers, take out those batteries. Fighting's opening up on the left now. Part of a division, you were not. More infantry coming up. 2nd and 3rd Battalions, Balkan Legion, plus 4th South Carolina. What was a stable? Come out this way. Ross, dismount, get in loose order. Down on these guns. Oh, one of them broke. After 22 casualties, they broke? Really? Looks like they decided to bring up the Hanovers, trying to take care of my cavalry. You know, I was talking to one of my friends the other day, and it feels like there was a shadow update to the game I wasn't tracking that improved the AI a bit. Crap. We're moving on the flag of that formation. Let's go, boys. We gotta prevent that. Finally shifted over to a minor victory. It's going to be a bloody fight. Bloodier than I expected. There's guns in the fight. Go, Ross. Get down here. Turn birds. Go hit that battery. Shit. Scott's just broke. Give me those guns. Go. Reruns are about to go. Bonham and Mule. Alright, my right flank's gone. Good job, Brandon Burks. Dismount, get in loose order. Push on the guns. There we go, break them. back over to a minor defeat. It's going to get back and forth fight. Why are the Hoosiers getting ready to break? Pull back. Both my batteries are now gone. Come on, they're all down here in a bowl. We're hitting them nice and easy. Brigades off. I need you back on the other side of the field. Irish Legion got back to the fight. Shit, Brandon Burke just broke. I think it's all these massive guns did on it. We just shifted back over to a minor victory, so they did their work. The Whiskey Rebels are getting ready to break. Oh, shit, they are retreating. Oh, we just jumped over to a major victory. Whew. This was getting close. Now, let them go, boys. Keep firing, but let them go. Gook are coming over to cover the retreat. Supposed to be retreating. Why are you still pushing forward? Friggin' rebels don't want to give up the ghost. Brigades off. Yeah, it looks like we are out of time. Final. Damn near lost this fight. Damn good showing by Beauregard's, man. Holy crap. I was not expecting that. Like I said, I was re-recording this episode, and it did not play out like this the last time. It did not. So we took down 3,100 of their 16,000 infantry, 550 of their 1,400 cavalry. We got 40 of their 75 guns. Total loss of 3,900 and 19,000 men. We lost 2,161 of our 19,440 infantry, 175 of our 2,210 cavalry. Both of our batteries retreated. It says we lost all 30 guns, but we do get those back as we still held the field. Total loss of 2,395 or 22,103 men. Oof. So I'm kind of glad I re-recorded this episode because this turned out better than the. Because we won the last fight also, but it's turned into a better fight than I had the last time around. All right, combat reports. Pennsylvania Engineers did 114 to cavalry, plus their commander was wounded, I believe. And they lost 22 dead, 121 wounded, 21 missing, total 164. Aggregate strength 1,245. 12% casualties for the Engineers. 3rd Cavalry Division, Ross's Raiders did 268 to infantry, 85 to cavalry, 54 to artillery for total 417. Brandenburg Dragoons did 68 to infantry, 60 to artillery, captured 18 for total 147. I don't really understand. I think it was those masked guns at the rear kind of broke their morale, just all that artillery fire. Losses on the Raiders, 23 dead, 60 wounded, 11 missing, total 94. Aggregate strength 998, 9% casualties. Brandenburg Dragoons, 38 dead, 27 wounded, 16 missing, total of 81. Aggregate strength 1,037, 7% casualties. 175 for the division, 7% for the division. 1st Polish Legion did 184 to infantry, 6 to artillery for total 190. Losses, 17 dead, 108 wounded, 21 missing, total 146. Aggregate strength 2,732, 5% casualties. 7th Infantry Division, Whiskey Rebels did 209 to infantry. Hoosier Hellions did 239 to infantry, and the Norwegian Vikings did 485 to infantry. Losses, Whiskey Rebels, 18 dead, 128 wounded, 19 missing, total 165. Aggregate strength 1,297, 11% casualties. Hoosier Hellions, 49 dead, 273 wounded, 56 missing, total 378. Aggregate strength 2,476, 13% casualties. Norwegian Vikings, 1 dead, 22 wounded, 6 missing, total 29. Aggregate strength 2,771, 1% casualties. 572 for the division, 8% for the division. The Celtic Division. Irish Legion did 507 to infantry, 260 to cavalry, 7 artillery for total 774. Blue Run Bourbon Rifles did 415 to infantry, 76 to cavalry, 27 artillery for total 518. And the Scottish Guard did 612 to infantry, captured 1. 1 to cavalry, 12 to artillery for total 626. Losses. Irish Legion, 68 dead, 354 wounded, 73 missing, total 495. Aggregate strength 2,137, 19% casualties. Blue Run Bourbon Rifles, 82 dead, 219 wounded, 40 missing for a total 341. Aggregate strength 2,271, 13% casualties. Scotch Guards, 104 dead, 288 wounded, 51 missing, total 443. Aggregate strength 2,350, 16% casualties. Total losses 1,279 for the division. That's 15% casualties for the division. 4th Artillery Division. 1st New York Arty Light did 32 to infantry, 4 to cavalry, 55 to artillery for total 93. 44th Arty Light did 85 to infantry, 23 to cavalry, 61 artillery for total 169. Losses. 1st New York, 10 dead, 16 wounded, 7 missing, total 33. Aggregate strength 192, 15% casualties. 44th Artillery, 11 dead, 12 wounded, 3 missing, total 26. Aggregate strength 202, 11% casualties. Officers wounded, I believe, was just General Franklin of the 1st Pennsylvania Engineers from our side. Amazingly. And we get any of the rebel officers. These are all separate brigades. Nothing's actually divisioned up except for the Hampton Legion, the Demi Brigade. Oh, wounded Colonel Wheeler of the 4th Virginia, Brigadier General Smith of the 8th Virginia. Why is a Brigadier General commanding an infantry regiment? And Colonel Weed of the Louisiana Tiger Special Battalion. Wounded Colonel Manigault of the 6th Virginia. Separate brigades. These are all separate brigades. Washington, Mass Earliest Detachment. Community Washington Artillery. Captain Garnett of Battery B. Yeah, I never broke down all these separate batteries from the original organization. So we got 5 of their officers. It's actually pretty damn good. Now we'll get closed out of here and I'll see you all at the newspaper screen. A glorious victory at Winchester. I wouldn't exactly call it glorious. It's a pretty damn close run thing, to be honest with you. It was just a matter of them breaking one more of our brigades, and I think we were done. And General McDowell, J.A. McDowell, became a national hero out of that, and poor old Captain Garnett took the blame. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's some BS. Battle of Winchester during Beauregard's corps retreating in panic. The reported suffered total casualties of 3,943 men. There were 618 killed, 747 captured. Our casualties totaled 2,395 men, 443 killed, 324 missing and arrested, wounded. We captured 1,500 rifles and 7 guns from the field and sent 751 soldiers off to our vacation camps. I'll get that battle rolled off. Looks like this corps is not going to be going anywhere for a little bit. Almost ready to move the Army of Ohio. Do I move them now? Nah, this coming up over the mountain here, that is really going to drag down their readiness, and I want to get them down in Lynchburg. I do have the Army of Mississippi heading back up towards Portsmouth, so I have them using the rail line from Lexington up to Covington, Cincinnati, then back down around to Portsmouth. I'm going to march them directly there, but taking the rail lines up and around will be faster. And have we begun our siege over here yet? Yes, we have. Wow, I got to fix some of these names in the charge. Right now it shows in the rebels' favor. I am besieging it with 3 brigades of cavalry and 1 battery of horse artillery. So it's not the best organization to be doing this with, but if I can start dragging out the Indian allies from the rebels, I will do that. All right, it is now August 1st. It's taken, I think I've been trying to get to August 1st for like 4 or 5 episodes. So, it is time for the monthly. Normally I hold this to the start of the next video. I probably really should because of my time constraints right now. Yeah, I'm really time constrained. I'm already behind on this video because I had to reshoot it. So we're going to hold off the monthlies for the next episode. Sadly. So this episode's going to be shorter than what it really should be. But it was a good fight. So hopefully that's more than enough for you all. Hopefully. So, yeah. Close this one here. Open up the next one with the August monthlies, plus recruiting some additional brigades. So once again, if you're a newbie or returning viewer, not yet subscribed, please do not hit that subscribe button. If you do, remember that bell icon so when the next video comes out. If you follow along in the series and enjoying it, don't forget to bang that like button and buttstroke that comment section. And I will see you all in 2 or 3 weeks when I get home. So stay grumpy.